Hello guys, welcome back to my lessons. Today we're doing questions under the topic of genetics, specifically the pedigree diagram. So we are going to start with this question. Moya moya is a disorder caused by a dominant allele R. The disorder damages the arteries supplying blood to the brain. We already know that males are the squares, the females are the circles. We already know how to count the numbers of generations. The number of generations is AB is the first generation, C, D, E, F, second generation, G, H, I, J, that is the third generation. So we have 3 generations. So the first thing you do before answering questions is that you are going to write 3 genotypes using the letter that you're given. You're given R, you're going to write 2 capital letter R's, 2 small letter R's, and the heterozygous, which is the big letter and the small letter. If you were given S, you were going to write 2 capital letter S, 2 small letter S, and a heterozygous, which is the capital letter S and the small letter S. The second thing that you do, you're going to find those who are going to have one possible genotype, and that one possible genotype is the small letters, always 2 small letters. So if it was S, that one possible genotype was going to be 2 small s. So it's either the ones shaded black or the ones shaded white have this genotype. So since moya moya is caused by a dominant allele R, so it means if you're affected, you have this capital letter as a genotype or an allele. So those who are affected, they're shaded black and they have the big R in their genotype. So it means it's not them who has the small 2 R's. So it means the ones shaded white are the ones who have this genotype of homozygous recessive. So we found that we're going to write next to them, all of them, B, F, D, and G, and H. We're going to write this genotype. The ones that are shaded black, they're going to have 2 possible genotypes, which are going to be homozygous dominant and the heterozygous. So how to find out if A is a capital letter RR or heterozygous? We're going to look at the children. But now let's answer the questions. How many generations are represented in the diagram? We have 3 generations. Give the letters of unaffected males. Unaffected people are shaded white, and we have only one square that is shaded white, and that is H. Genotype of individual A. So individual A is affected, and we said people who are affected, they are either capital letter RR or heterozygous. So how to find that out if they are capital letter RR or heterozygous? We're going to first take the first genotype, capital letter RR, and multiply with the genotype of the woman. We already know her genotype when we are answering that question of those who are going to have one possible genotype. So how we multiply here is that I take the first big R and then combine it with the first small r this side. Combined, comma, the first big R and the last small r combined, the second big R and the first small r combined, and the second big R and the second small r combined. And then those are the genotypes of their children. Look at their children. So we have found that when multiplying the homozygous dominant and the homozygous recessive, we find heterozygous. It means it gives us the phenotype of being affected. So are all the children affected? The children of A and B, no. D is unaffected, so it means that this genotype of big RR is wrong. We're going to use the second genotype, which is the only one that we're left with, and which is the answer. So the heterozygous multiplied by the homozygous recessive, that's what we get. Heterozygous, homozygous recessive, homozygous recessive. Heterozygous, their phenotype is affected. Do they have children who are affected? Yes, E is affected. And then we have recessive, homozygous. Do they have children who are unaffected? Yes, D is unaffected. And the genotype of individual A is heterozygous, which is capital letter R and small letter r. Letters of individuals not biologically related to A and B. So A and B had the kid D and E, and D and E have had children G, H, I, J. So G, H, I, J, so they are biologically related to A and B. So it means the answers are C and F because those are the partners of their children. They are not their biological children. Thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.